We'll go ahead and show you how to set up pay for providers or teams. So let's start with the provider. So you will go ahead and go to their dashboard and click on profile, and under this section we'll have the reimbursement section. So if you allow reimbursements for W-2s or independent contractors, they will be shown over here. So since this one only allows for W-2s, and that's how it was set up in the general options, we'll go with the W-2 and explain this section. So basically what this means is that for every job, this person will be reimbursed $40 in gas, and it looks like this is just a test account, because that would be possibly unrealistic, maybe, unless you're doing some kind of U-Haul industry or moving industry or something like that. Maybe it would be accurate, but basically this section will go ahead and calculate that number per job. So if you did 2 jobs in one day, it will go ahead and give you an allowance of $80, 40 per each job of gas, and then 10 total for supplies, $5 each. And it would calculate it based on every single job. So now, if you go under settings, you will be able to actually put in their wages. So here, currently this person is getting $50 per job. You could do 50% or whatever amount you want to put in there per job, which means that whatever the service total is, they'll go ahead and get 50% out of that. And you could also do hourly if it's something like, $50 per hour or whatever. And since the jobs are based on time, it will go ahead and calculate it per hour. So if someone worked 2 hours, it will give them $100 for that job plus the reimbursements if you have them set up. Or if it was 2.5 hours, it would be $125 for 2.5 hours at $50 an hour. Okay, and that's how you would set it up for the provider. Now, if you go onto the team, it's very similar. So under the team members, if you click on each team member, you could also set up their reimbursements, which would be here. So if this person is a W-2 employee under this team, that you would be able to adjust these. And if it was an independent contractor, then that person would not be getting any reimbursements. Now, if you go to their settings, there's a little bit of a difference, but not much. So you could go ahead and set it up for this team leader to be receiving payment only, and how much are they getting. Okay, and under the booking, you could always adjust it as well. So if you put 60% here, you could always go under the booking while you're making it or editing and change it to whatever you may want it to be. Same with the reimbursements and anything to do with payment, like tip or any reimbursements from a customer, because you also do have those as well. So it would pay out this team leader only, so the total would be calculated for that team, and if you would send it out later, it would only go to that team's account, and they would have to distribute it on their own. Or you could also set it up for every single one of them to get payment, and you could go ahead and enter that here. Now, if you go ahead and do it from here, what that means is that everything will be split. Since now there's 2 people and you filled out this percentage or fixed rate breakdown of pay for these folks, when you go under the actual appointment and there are tips, those will also split, and you could adjust them right then and there. Same if there's a service fee and all of that good stuff. And then later on, this will calculate based on whatever you put per booking. Sometimes you maybe won't touch anything under the booking, and whatever you entered here might be correct. Other times you might adjust it, and then at the end, based on everything that you've done for that payment week or payment time frame, you'll be able to send out payment. And then you could also make final adjustments on the payment itself. If you forgot to add $20 the week before, you could always add it on at the end, and that's how much it will be sent.